Approachable Yoga. I'm Christine. Well, it's been a minute since I've done a video, and I apologize for that. I was sort of hibernating because it was so cold in New York. Also, my editor, my daughter, had started a new job and was traveling. So let's get back into it. Now the sun is out, the weather's starting to warm. Got my plants on the bay window. I'm going to start my garden outside. And I've been taking a lot of yoga locally and enhancing my practice. Hopefully I can pass that on to you. So let's start in a comfortable seat. And close your eyes. Place your hands gently on your knee. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. 3 more times. Flutter your eyes open. Do an internal scan of your body. Feel any tightness, feel any tension in your mind, in your muscles. Let's see if we can relieve some of that. Tilt your head forward, chin to chest, and try to relax your shoulders. And just hold it. We want to feel that stretch in the back of the neck. From here, tilt one ear to one shoulder. You'll feel the stretch here, but concentrate on pulling that other shoulder down. And the other side. And let's do that one more time each side. And bring your head back down and up to neutral. Let's shake our head yes, and shake it no. And do a couple more head tilts. And scrunch your shoulders up tight so that you can really feel when they relax. Let's do some gentle shoulder rolls. And reverse it. Let's do some big arm swings. I've been having a lot of tightness in my shoulder, and it's really from working on a computer all day. And let's go forward. These may seem like really simple movements, but it's really good for your body to just get some mobility and some stretching. Okay, shake out your wrists, circle them both directions. I even like to kind of bend them a little when your hands get tired holding your phone all day. Open up wide, give yourself a hug. Open up wide again, hug with the opposite arm on top. Let's try some eagle arms. So open wide, like you were doing the hug again. And this time, bring one arm under. I've got my right arm under. Bend both your elbows and see if you can clasp your hands. And now from here, see if you can bend your forehead to meet your hands and then lift up. You should feel like a pretty good stretch across your shoulder blades. And let's try that, reversing the cross. That combined with eagle legs, you kind of look twisty like a pretzel, and it's very challenging, especially with balance, but even just doing the arms is a good stretch for your shoulders. And if you can't get the double wrap and put it like that, you can just go back to the hug, or you might be right here, whatever works for you. Always listen to your body. Okay, let's come onto our side. have your knees bent, and you can kind of cradle the head. Put the other arm in front, and again, we're gonna do some mobility exercises because I'm having tight shoulders this week, which means everyone's going to either suffer from the same boring exercises or benefit if you're having the same issue. Let's do that a few times. Even bring it, sweep it way over your head and around. And reverse it. Okay, then you can support yourself and open and close like a clam shell. Do some hip openers. And try not to roll back on your back. Try to, lean right on your hip. And if this bothers you laying on your mat, if you're on like a hardwood floor, you can always put a towel or a blanket underneath there. And let's do those moves simultaneously. So open up as you open, but don't roll onto your back. Try to stay on that hip and back. Again, and back. And one more time. Okay. And now, let's push up and straighten the bottom leg. Keep them both straight. And we're gonna try to do a little bit of body weight lifting here. So if you can, just push up and get your hips off the ground just for a second. And down, maybe one more time. And down. Okay, swing around. Let's see if I can remember what we did and do the same thing on the other side. So, cradle the head. And up and down, up and back down. Do some bigger range of motion movements. Really stretch out that arm, shoulder joint. Come the other way. And let's do some clamshell openings. I don't know if that's the real name. That's what I'm calling today. And let's do those together. So we go up and down, up and down. Two more. Down. And now straighten your legs and come up. Your forearm and your palm, and see if you can't lift up. Hold it for a second. And down. Let's try one more. Okay. Let's come to feet planted on the floor, bum sitting down, and let's roll all the way down onto our mats. Again, let's do some arm stretches from this angle. So arms out to a T and lift them both up. Overhead, circle around, down at your side. T, up, circle around, down at your side. One more time. Start at a T, up, overhead, and circle around. Now, when we come up to hands up, see if you can't lift up a little bit in a crunch. Not too far, but just get the shoulders off and feel it from here. Don't strain your neck. So, let's say up, lift, hold in a crunch. And as you come down, bring your arms back and around. And 2, down, back, and around. Inhale for T. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale, relax. And down, up, down. Hands to the side. One more. Bring yourself up and down and back around. Okay, bring your legs up. Keep them at a 90 degree. Place one hand on your knee, or really your thigh. And if you can, straighten the other leg. And try to keep it off the earth. If it's too much, you can rest it down, but try to keep it up. And you can have this hand wherever is comfortable for you. We're gonna come in and out, in and out, and keep this one steady. Keep pressing against this. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now we're gonna switch. Press into that leg. 1, try not to kick your coffee table. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, hopefully you're feeling this in your core. So I know the tendency is to then bring your knees into your chest and hug them, but we're gonna try to do the counter pose of bridge. So plant your feet close to your bum, so where like your fingertips can just hit the back of your heels. And inhale. As you exhale, push your pelvis up and really squeeze. And your hands can be underneath, clasped if you want, or you can just leave them relaxed. And from here, let's lift our heels one at a time. So right, left, right, left, right, left. One more time for each. Right and left. And maintain that bridge pose while you're doing those lifts. Okay, slowly roll down. Now we can bring our knees in, and let's do some gentle spinal circles in either direction. Okay, so let's build on what we've started to do. Bring your legs up. Try to back up so I don't hit the coffee table. And put one hand on your thigh. And this time, as you stretch the opposite leg out, I'm going to gently crunch up. And we're going to make it more for our obliques. So as we gently crunch up, put this hand on the back of your head. Don't yank your neck. It's really just there as a little support. So you're going to crunch slightly to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come down. Let's switch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And you'll notice my foot isn't going like really close to the ground, partly so I don't hit the table, but also because you're still getting the crunch as long as your leg is extended. Now let's come down and revisit that bridge pose. So inhale, and as you exhale, push into your feet and push your pelvis up. And let's do some of those heel lifts again, whatever speed works for you. Keep your pelvis up and your glutes and core engaged. And roll down, hug your knees. This time maybe rock side to side. And come back to our starting position. We're going to build on that. So now, instead of having our hands and keeping one leg steady, we're going to switch them like a bicycle. So crunch up, hands to the back, and as you stretch one leg out, you curl to the other bent knee. And switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more time for bridge. This should actually feel good. And you can do those heel lifts again. And down. Hug your knees into your chest. You're gonna rock up, get a little bit of momentum, and come all the way up to seat. Okay. Now we're going to come into our plank pose. So line up your wrist, elbow, and shoulder. Come back on your toes. Engage your core and lift up into plank. And if you still feel like this is too much on your low back, you can always lower the knees. If it's too much on your wrists, you can come down to the forearms. So let's take a deep inhale. Engage your core, find your plank pose, and let's stay for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's rush that one. Wide-legged child's pose. And while we're down here, let's do some more of those arm and shoulder stretches. So walk your fingers forward and then walk them over to the right. You should get a nice stretch in the opposite shoulder. And come back to center. Really reach for the front of that mat and do the other side. Okay. Let's come back to plank. I'm doing it with my forearms down because my wrists are a little sore, but whatever makes you happy. And we're gonna try some toe taps. So engage your core. And toe tap to the side, right, left, right, left. You can go as slow or as fast as you like. And let's come one more on each side, right and left, knees down, pull back into child's pose. Take some deep breaths. Okay. Reach your arms out in front. You can be on your forearms to start. This is called puppy pose, and it's kind of like child's pose, but with your bum in the air. So try to pull back and lift your forearms and lower your forehead down. Okay, come up to tabletop. Let's do some cat-cow. Let me fix this first. Okay. Look forward, drop the belly, widen the collarbone. You can keep your toes tucked if you like. And then on an exhale, flatten the feet. From the core, roll around your back like a cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Come to a neutral spine. Let's do some more shoulder mobility movements. Raise your right arm up and thread the needle underneath. Rest your cheek on the mat. And if you can, take your opposite arm up and around and see if you can't grab the opposite thigh. If you can't, Doesn't matter, you can leave it up, you can reach for your back, or you can just rest it down. And push back up. Let's do that on the other side. Remembering that each side might be very different. So we don't judge. Whatever you can do on each side is just right for you today. And come back up. Now let's try bear pose. So let's come to plank, and you bring in like that your toes, and you have your legs off the ground. Definitely engage your core. And let's do a little bit of a flow. So we'll be in plank and forward to bear and back to plank and forward to bear. One more time. Plank and bear. Drop your knees. Child's pose. That can be pretty challenging. Okay. Up to tabletop. Shake out your hips a little bit and tuck your toes, raise your hips, and let's come into down dog. Okay. Bend your knees, pedal out your feet, shake your hips, get grounded in the pose. Let's take 3 rounds of breath while we're here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg, bend your knee, open your hip, and then bring it in, round your back like you're in cat, and bring your whole your leg down, your shin down, and move that back leg back a little bit further if you can. We're in sort of a modified pigeon. And pop back up and bring that leg back and up into 3-legged dog and put it down. Other side, lift your leg, bend your knee, open that hip, bring it into your chest, rounding that back, put your leg down, reach that back foot further back if you can for modified pigeon. And pop up, back up to 3-legged dog, and ground back into down dog. Lift your right leg up, bring it diagonally across the midline, and up, and bring it outside, the same arm, and up, and then bring it all the way through. I have to help it. Drop your back knee down and come in to a low lunge. Frame your foot, straighten that front leg to a half split. Bend forward, pop the back leg up, build into a high lunge. We're doing it from the ground up. Look at something that's not moving if you're having trouble with balance. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, frame your foot and come back to down dog. Let's see if we can remember how we did that and repeat it on the other side. Left leg up. Bring it across to the opposite elbow and up to the same elbow, back up, and then bring it through. Drop the back leg, sweep your arms up, and straighten that front leg, half split. And back into the lunge. Pop the back knee up, build from the ground up, watch your balance, high lunge. Stay for 3 rounds of breath. Frame that foot. Come back to down dog. This time we're gonna flow forward into plank. We're gonna step into bear. Drop the knees, pull back into child's pose. Yeah. Let's pop back up into down dog. A little faster this time. Leg up. Bring it all the way through. This time, come all the way up into the high lunge. And bring the back leg up to meet the front. Inhale. Dive forward on the exhale. Halfway up with a flat back. Step back to downward dog. Other leg, lift up. Bring it all the way through. Come into that high lunge and stay for 3 rounds of breath. Bring the back leg up to meet the front and face the long way of your mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands down the midline. Again. And down. One more time. And down. Open your legs wide. Pivot your front foot. Keep your hips square to the long end of the mat, arms to a T. Inhale. Exhale and reach that arm forward until you can't reach anymore, and then drop it down to the floor, to the shin, to a block, and other arm up at 12 o'clock for triangle. And from here, rise up and bend your front knee into warrior 2. Flip the hand, the other hand goes down your back leg, reverse it for peaceful warrior, but keep that bend in the front leg. And swing it down and bring the other arm up and over for side angle. And come back to center, parallel the feet, inhale. Let's do a wide-legged forward fold. You can put your palms down, you can grab opposite elbows and just swing. Inhale up, hands down the midline. Point your other foot forward, hips stay square. Inhale into a T, reach, drop, and up. Arms to a T, bend into warrior 2. Flip the warrior back for peaceful, keep that bend. And side angle. Come up, parallel the feet, hands to your hip, forward fold. And while we're down in our forward fold, walk your hands over to your left side and bring your left arm up and look under your left armpit. And down. Let's do the same on the other side. Roll up. Point that foot out. And from that heel, you're going to come down, Skandasana. And if you've taken my videos before, you know my Skandasana does not look like the ones you see in pictures where the person is all the way down on the floor, thanks to my tight hips. But I'm still getting a stretch. And come up. Switch the feet. And Skandasana on the other side. And come up. Heel toe your feet in. Hip distance apart. Inhale. And let's come down into our chair. Sit down as low as you can. If you don't want your arms in the exalted position, you can have them at your heart or even at your hips. Let's try to do a few pulses here. See how low you can get. Don't arch your back. Dive forward. Inhale. And down the midline. Okay, let's do tree, one of my favorites. So, ground your weight into your left side so you can just lift up your right foot and there's no problem. You're just lifting it up just a little bit. Open up. You can keep that big toe on the ground, or you can put it on your shin, or you can even put it up on your inner thigh, not on your knee. And focus on something that's not moving. And if you're grounded and your balance is doing well, raise those branches up and wave. Okay, let's switch sides. Pedal out the feet, shake out the hips. All the weight on your right side. Float that left leg up. Open it. Foot on your shin. Or toe on the ground, or all the way up on your inner thigh, whatever works. Focus on your dristi, which isn't moving. And if you want, swing your branches. Good. Okay, we've done a lot of shoulder opening and a fair amount of hip opening too, and some core work. So I think this was a good springtime workout. Let's cool it down. Inhale. Exhale as you dive forward. Halfway up with a flat back, and then fold all the way down. Step back into plank and lower all the way down to your belly. And bend your legs, windshield wiper while you're laying on your belly. And then pull back into a child's pose. You don't have to have your legs too wide this time. Walk your fingers forward. Let's get one more stretch in those shoulders. And then swing your legs around and come all the way down to your mat. Open up, your palms up. They can be off your mat, take up space. If there's any other poses that you feel you need, you can do maybe a supine twist or a little happy baby, shoulder stand, whatever you'd like to end your practice with. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of happy baby. Stretch out each of my legs. And maybe do a little more windshield wiping of my hips. And then I think I am ready for Shavasana and some rest. So set a timer. It's good to do 5 or 10 minutes. I know sometimes this can be the hardest part of the practice, is sitting in stillness. Trying to calm your mind. in Shavasana for 5 or 10 minutes. Start to bring some gentle movements back. Wiggle the toes, circle the wrists, maybe do a big stretch overhead. You can end class here on your back, or if you're ready, you can come over into the fetal position on your side. Push yourself up gently to seat. Try to keep your eyes closed and you're focused inward. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Thank you for letting me guide you in this practice. Happy spring, and I hope to be doing some more videos soon, so please remember to like and subscribe. Namaste.